friends, welcome back. It has been a while. It's been a couple of months. Just to give you a quick little intro, I have been going through a very difficult time in my life. I lost my mother back at the end of February, and I do think it's important to talk about finding the beauty in life after loss. It's a journey and it's not an easy one. I have had good days and bad days, and it has been difficult to kind of keep my focus on one thing. So I've started a lot of little projects. I've done several things in her honor. So I'm really focusing on doing things that I love. I know it's very important for me to kind of find normalcy and find just enjoyment in my everyday life again. So I am doing my best to do so as my mother's legacy. And oh, sorry, I might cry. I cannot talk about this on camera. So speaking of doing things that I love, one of those things is creating tablescapes and just decorating in general. I've also been out in the garden a lot, so I have some clips that I may, if I have good enough footage and it kind of fits, I may share those as well. But today I'm gonna create a little tablescape. I've got some plates that I thrifted a while back. I've used them in other tablescapes, so you've seen them. And I wanted to create something that's kind of like an English cottage style. The big thing I wanted to incorporate in today's tablescape is teapots. My mother collected vintage teapots for my entire life. Our house, we had like hundreds of them around. But yeah, so I've collected some teapots over the years, and they symbolize my mom, and she was so supportive of me with YouTube. She watched every single video. She told literally everybody about it. Oh, I was always so embarrassed when she would like just randomly tell people about my YouTube channel, and she was just like, she was my biggest fan. I can't talk about this without getting teary-eyed, so I'm gonna not talk about it. I'm going to just get to decorating because that's something that makes me feel really good, and I may do some voiceover talking a little bit about what this process has been like for me if I feel like I can do it. And if not, then you guys are just gonna see this beautiful tablescape with the teapots that are intertwined in there. And so yeah, thank you guys for your support. I appreciate your patience as the journey continues. I still plan to be here. I just don't know how consistent or how often I will be posting, but I'm definitely trying to get back into it. And we actually just started a makeover on our entryway, which is really fun. I've spent a lot of the last couple of months doing mood boards and things, so I am very excited to show those to you guys and get back into creating, because that's truly where I find a lot of joy in my life. So let's get this tablescape going. As I sit down to record this, it is April 29th, 2022, which would have been my mother's 55th birthday. And I sit here thinking about what we would have done today. And likely my stepdad would have thrown together a party last minute and said it was a surprise, even though you would have known, because you would have been mad at him if nothing happened. And we would have had his homemade ice cream and cake, of course. You would have given Jameson way more than I would have wanted you to give him. I would have rolled my eyes and you would have snickered. And I would have given anything to watch that scenario play out one last time. But preferably many, many more times. What I know to be true is that you would tell me to give that baby some cake, regardless of whether you are here to celebrate with us or not. And so this evening, we will make a cake together, and I will give him an extra large piece just because I know that's what you would have wanted. One of the things that I have been finding great comfort in over the last couple of months is flowers, and that means creating little floral arrangements like this one here, which I feel like is straight out of Bridgerton, very regal. And I also have been spending a ton of time in the garden. As I said, I planted a lilac in my mother's honor, so I'm gonna show you guys me planting that here in a little bit, and then also Jameson and I have gotten out and had a couple of days of planting flowers together, seeing the world through a little one's eyes with so much admiration and wonder for our earth and the bugs and the dirt and the flowers and just all of the things that you lose when you get a little bit older kind of brings it back. And after losing someone, it definitely puts to the forefront how important all of these wonderful natural beauties of our world are, and these experiences that we're creating with our loved ones are the only thing that matter, and they're the only thing that we have at the end of the day, and they're the only thing that we leave with our loved ones when we're gone. I thought this tablescape was so beautiful for spring or summer, but also Mother's Day is right around the corner. And if you have a mom to celebrate and you have the chance, dress the table to the nines and celebrate her big, because your time with her is so precious. There is no one on this earth that will support you more than your mom. And man, moms are really special, so we have to make sure that they understand and know how much we love and appreciate them.
Child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
This is the lilac that I chose to plant in honor of my mother. It's called the bloomerang lilac, and it is the only reblooming lilac So it gives you blooms in spring, midsummer, and then again in fall. And the fragrance from this thing is so, so good. We cleared out this area. It was overgrown and just needed a ton of attention. So we cleared this area out, thought it'd be the perfect spot for it. We ended up going with the shrub variety rather than the tree and put it here. So every time we walk out of our door, when this thing is in bloom, the air will be filled with its beautiful fragrance. Up next, I'm going to show you some clips of Jameson and I. This was from Earth Day. I told him that day we could either go garage sailing or we could go to Home Depot and get some flowers and plant flowers that day. He chose flowers, and that's what we did. So this is just a little look at my little sweetie and I having a great day planting some flowers together.
I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time.
So lastly, I want to tell you a story that is so near and dear to my heart. Jameson and I have a special place in a local park that is down between two hills and surrounded by bald cypress trees. They're huge trees. They smell so fragrant. And in the fall, they turn the most beautiful, vibrant color, and they smell so good even months after the needles fall. This place is very special to us, and we frequent there pretty often. 4 days after my mother passed, we decided to go spend some time there. I laid out a blanket and sat down as he was playing under the trees, and a bee came over and was kind of pestering me. So I got up and went to stand near him and see what he was doing. And as soon as I got to him, he pointed to another tree and said, "This way," and ran off to another tree. So I chased after him. And as I approached this tree, I saw something half hidden underneath the fallen needles on the ground. And I went to pick it up to see what it was. And to my surprise, it was a small ceramic teapot. And in that moment, I knew that my mother was sending a sign to let us know that she is okay and that she's always watching us. And it was the most special experience that I've ever had. I'd love to know if you have ever received a sign from a loved one that has passed. I think they're just the most magical stories, and I would love to hear yours. If you have one and you feel comfortable sharing, leave that down in the comments below. And I appreciate you watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and we will see you very soon.
I understand. I know it hurts. It wasn't fair. It's over now.